Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 200th episode special for Unboxing Wednesdays. This is a special Q&A episode featuring Ricky Lima.
Hey, guys.
Woo! Myself, Kevin Hickey. Woo! And, of course, TV's own, Canada's own, might I add, Electric Playground, Reviews on the Run, Cybertronic Spree. He's got the touch. And he's got the power.
Oh, sweet.
It's Shaun Hatton. What's that for?
I just had to touch because I've got the touch.
You got the touch.
I didn't feel any power, though, so what's up with that?
It was a non-consensual touch as well.
There will be charges pending. All right, so Shaun is going to moderate this for us. We had a bunch of questions sent in to us over the interwebs over the last couple weeks. Shaun's got reams and reams of paper there.
I'm glad that you tore off the sides of this printer paper. Makes it a little
my dot
easier
matrix printer, yes.
Yeah.
People on YouTube don't know what dot matrix is, by the way.
Oh,
Just
okay.
FYI.
Everyone's like under 20.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That would explain some of these questions then.
All right, so I guess we're just going to go ahead and get started.
All right.
Then,
are you going to take a seat?
Well, yeah, in a second.
All right.
Give me a second. I like my position of power here.
Really?
In front of all
I don't know.
of you.
You're kind of not in the light. It's hard to see you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll fix that in post. So we'll do these questions here, and then if anyone else here has questions, that would be awesome.
And then also, if anyone watching this video on YouTube has any questions, just type them and enter them, and then we'll also get to them if we have time today.
But not, like, obviously...
No, yeah, we could see them typing their questions.
No, we can't see you typing. This we don't have that technology. We're not streaming this.
We're not?
No. But they can leave a question and we can get to it.
But they could also call in. They could call in if they've got any questions.
I got Kevin's number.
They can't call in.
I thought we were doing that.
No.
What kind of show is
this? There's no phone-in center there or anything like that.
Okay.
But
are you sure?
Yeah. Anyway, let's get on to the questions.
Sure. It's funny that there's a stage here because
why is that funny?
It's only like 2 feet off the ground.
Well,
yeah, but that makes me like 8 feet tall.
It does, and that's why you have to sit down.
Ricky,
Turn
your
phone
phone's
off.
going. Who's texting you?
See, I told you people are going to have questions.
I thought everybody you knew was here.
The folks watching already have questions.
Who was that? Read that text out.
Okay, it says, is the comic thing still going on?
Who's that?
Yes.
Sashka.
The comic.
Sashka.
Yes.
Sashka, yes. The comic thing.
You're watching it right now on your computer.
Sasha with a K.
Come
Sashka.
over. Yeah, with a K.
With a K.
I know her.
She got a shout out on the video now.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Ricky, what are you drinking there, man?
Whatever you bought.
Let's get to the real questions. What are you drinking?
Is this beer and popcorn? This is Rolling Rock. It's got a refreshing.
And the popcorn is shit.
Yeah, popcorn is always shit.
Yeah. Not a lot of people watch that show, but a lot of people watch Unboxing Wednesdays. Congratulations on 200 episodes. It seems like it wasn't that far along or that far in the past that you first came up with this idea of unboxing your weekly comic book shipment and then showing people, hey, this is what's coming out to comic stores. Something I really liked about the show is that you never really made it about just Stadium Comics. This was something for the comic book industry, something for comic book fans around the world to watch and enjoy and get excited about. There were a lot of comics that have been featured on Unboxing Wednesdays that I wouldn't have otherwise thought about even checking out before. So I find that to be really cool.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, I like to start things off with a little bit of sincerity because now I'm going to rip you a new one. No.
Well, as far as like it not being about Stadium, that's that we'd like to appear that way, but obviously it's always
all about it.
But you should still buy all your comics at Stadium.
Yeah,
like, even if
obviously.
Even if you live right beside another comic book shop, like
no, forget that.
Order them online.
No, I wanted it to be. We wanted it to be. I should say. Rob is going to get mad at me if I say I a lot today.
Yeah.
But
it was your idea, Rob. I think Rob was very against it.
Rob wasn't against it. No.
He was against talking.
Rob was against talking. Yes.
But he was for throwing boxes at you.
He's definitely for throwing boxes at me. Definitely for hurting me and making me look like a fool. Which is fine.
Both
people seem to like
physically
that.
and mentally.
But you didn't need help.
We didn't need. Yeah.
Yeah.
We Sean's shoes are awesome, by the way. I just keep looking at them. Are those like pumps?
They're Pumas. This is a disc that tightens them,
so they're
so you don't have
pumps,
to lace
basically.
them. No, it's Puma.
Okay.
Puma.
So yeah, we wanted it to be a service we were providing more than just blatant promotion for our store.
Right.
We try to work in some blatant promotion for our store.
Yeah.
But we want the overall thing to be we're providing a service. Look at everything that came out today. Now go into your shop and pick out the stuff that you thought looked really cool. Yeah. So that's what it's always been about.
Trying to entertain people a little bit. I mean, that's
a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That's my goal. That's why I'm there.
Yeah.
Ricky, you weren't there originally.
No, I was not.
So you came in. Maybe, 60, 70
episode
episodes
52.
52 was your first one?
Yeah, I had a cake and everything. It was
He's a shill for DC Comics.
Yeah.
He came in on the 52nd episode exactly.
Oh, what, the 52? No, nobody knows that.
All right, so we've got, as we mentioned off the top of this episode, of this special, we've got reams of questions from viewers who have enjoyed the show over the years, people who have put their thumbs up on so many episodes. Maybe a large portion of these people also put their thumbs down on episodes. When
they might have. I used
Clive
to obsess
appeared.
over that.
Yeah.
I used to obsess over the thumbs downs and the thumbs ups.
And now what do you feel?
I don't even pay attention to it anymore. And it's actually, when you get a thumbs down, it's actually satisfying in a way because, somebody is angry enough with what you're doing, and I don't know what you could be angry about as far as
how is your show
comics.
offensive?
I don't know, but
yeah.
it's just funny to see the thumbs down.
I thought YouTube always fascinates me in the comments. You're not supposed to read the comments, but you guys always have some pretty fun comments. And when we did that pilot for We've Got Issues, this will always stick with me. Someone pointed out, they put a timed comment of the exact time this thing happened, and it was guy scratches butt in the background.
Yeah, yeah, that was awesome.
I would have never.
There's lots of those about Ricky's butt crack, by the way. Through episodes of Unboxing Wednesdays. Just a couple per episode, I think.
Whoa.
Yeah.
One per episode.
Yeah. But the one thing that I've always been fascinated with, when we started doing Unboxing Wednesdays, I would say to Rob, I'm afraid to read the comments. I don't know what the comments are going to say. People on YouTube say horrible things. But overall, through 1 million+ views on our channel, our comments have been very positive. We haven't had to deal with a lot of YouTube trolls or people being
flavorful reviews did at the beginning.
Well,
I think it
guilty,
also has,
guilty.
Yeah,
a lot of those were mine.
Yeah. Also has to do with who's on screen, right?
Yeah,
I mean, maybe
true.
People didn't like Nick and Buns as much as.
Did you guys really have a lot of negative comments?
Well, just at the beginning, they're like, "Oh, are they blackmailing you? Do they have nude photos of you guys? Why is this on the channel?" And we're like, "Oh, man."
Does the Stadium Comics have nude photos of you guys?
No, do we have nude photos of you guys?
Oh.
We're blackmailing you to be on the channel.
I mean, you did.
Yeah,
we did.
Now they're out there.
But then once Flavorful Reviews got up to episode 50, people were like, "All right, these guys."
Well, you know
are
what
cool.
the problem with Flavorful Reviews was the quality of the.
Yeah, it was you guys were.
Pretty crappy.
It was here, look at my crotch, and the camera was
the
right
most
there.
Unfortunate camera angle.
Worst angles.
Worst
shooting up
or
towards,
best?
And Nick
Or
would always
best.
wear shorts, and you could see basically.
And
right
none
up
of your
his
jackets
pants
fit. You somehow found suit jackets that.
Those were my brother's jackets.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Flavorful Reviews is probably one of the worst shows ever on YouTube.
It was absolute shit. I'm glad it's done.
It was pretty awesome.
Let's talk about. Let's talk
Enough
about
of Unboxing Wednesdays. Let's talk about.
Let's just make fun of Ricky's past.
Done. Let's do that.
They filmed it basically on a really bad cell phone.
Yeah, and then
that would sometimes not be in focus because little, when you're in everyday life, you have little flecks of dust will be floating around, and sometimes his phone would focus in on the dust particles, and all of you guys would go out of focus, and then you guys had some setup where the microphone was taped to something in front of you here. It was duct taped on.
No, that was the better version before we had mics that barely worked.
Right,
yeah,
right.
That was pretty sweet.
And then there were some episodes where you just didn't have any video at all for it, so you would just
got lost. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just bad all around.
It was just good, actually.
Yeah. Let's move on to
Okay.
viewer questions, and then I don't know. Do you feel like it's time? Should we?
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, congrats on making it to episode 200. My question is, over the past 100 episodes, how would you say the comic book scene has changed? What would you say is a positive change, and what, if any, is a negative change? Looking forward to episode 300.
Well,
Fuck those
you.
other 99 between 200 and 300 apparently. But
Yeah, watch 201. Come on.
Irfan, I don't know how to pronounce this person's last name. Irfan Sheikh?
Shake.
Sheikh?
Yeah.
Irfan Sheikh?
Sean,
I
you
apologize
should do like
for...
voices for every different person.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Can you do
All
that?
right.
Next
Yeah,
with the
okay,
next one. Starting with the
next
next
question.
one.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay. So how has the comic industry changed since episode 100?
Yeah.
They're asking?
Yeah, over the last 100 episodes.
So it's like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
Whoa.
Crazy. You were on this stage 2 years ago,
Yeah.
wasted out of your mind.
So wasted.
What has changed since then?
What?
See, he doesn't remember it. That's
I know, I
how
know.
Most
bad
of
it was.
it. Most.
So what has changed, Ricky? What do you think's changed?
In the comic industry?
Yeah.
I think, well, like when the New 52 came out, a lot of people were like super excited.
well,
with
wait a
comics.
sec.
You know what
that
has
was-
changed? I mean, even outside, like, let's go a little smaller, start smaller. Black Hole Hunters Club is a
Well,
thing.
Yeah.
Right?
That
That's
lit the
changed,
comic
yeah.
industry on fire. That's
Yeah.
true.
Deep
That's
Sea.
true. Deep Sea. Yeah.
Deep Sea.
Books by Ricky Lima.
Wow, some applause from the crowd.
And
Fun fact: the first time I saw Deep Sea was at Unboxing 100.
Really?
David Bishop came and he had it, and he's like, "Hey, look at this," and I was like, "Whoa,
Wow.
this is cool."
So during episode 100, you had already written Deep Sea, but
Yeah.
the world had
I
not been
hadn't
exposed
seen
to it yet.
So that's right.
and
Crazy.
But the comic world at large, though, I'd say, you know, it's a lot of people are still interested in comics,
Right.
But it's not as frenzied as it was when the New 52 came out and stuff.
Well, yeah. I kind of agree with you, and I kind of disagree with you. It's not as frenzied in the way that you don't have people that haven't read comics in 20 years
Yeah.
coming into shops begging you to sell you a copy
Yeah.
of.
Batman
Some-
number one.
Bat-
hey, I think
number
I
one.
have Superman #1. You guys get that
I
a
had
lot,
that the
don't
other
you?
day. Superman 7, the Death of Superman.
Yeah, it's a big
I get
How
one.
much
that
is
a
that
lot.
worth? Yeah.
Not a lot.
No.
Yeah, anything in the 90s. Just put it away.
Yeah. What about Spawn #1? Is that
Nah.
still no?
No.
Nothing, Sean.
There's too many of those printed.
Powers #1? $30 at least.
No.
No?
No. Rob, how much is a Powers #1 go for
Rob
these
isn't
days?
even here.
Like $5?
Where is
yeah,
he?
$5.
Oh, there he is. $5 for Powers #1. That's good. That's good.
So yeah, I think that a lot of those readers have kind of, like the New 52 was great for bringing in lapsed readers, people that had read stuff in the 90s and then stopped reading comics. Then they decided that this was a good time to bring those people in again. But I think that people that have always been reading comics are more excited than ever. And there's a lot
true.
more options for them now too.
Yeah.
We've got stuff like Saga that's come out in the last couple years. All the great stuff from Image Comics, all the non-superhero stuff that is kind of becoming mainstream. Was Walking Dead really popular when we did this 2 years ago?
It was.
I guess it was just starting
Yeah.
I think
to.
the show just came out.
Yeah.
Well, what's cool is that you are seeing a lot more comics that aren't about heroes in tights, and even comics
Right.
that do have heroes in tights, they're kind of moving away from that. Like now, Batgirl doesn't have tights.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, the comics are progressing with the times.
Yeah.
You have characters like Batgirl that is now finally becoming more of a female role model with just a change in costume and probably what's going to be a change in attitude through the series. You have characters like Thor becoming a female. Thor's not becoming a female. The character of Thor is going to be played by a female. Sorry. It's just to tide any fanboy anger. You have stuff like Captain America handing over the reins to Falcon. You have a lot more diversity in comics that you didn't have 2 years ago, and the publishers are trying to appeal to different crowds to bring more readers into the fold. And I
Right.
think that's all steps in the right direction. I think that's a positive thing.
All right, good I hope that Irfan is happy with that answer.
I hope so.
I certainly am.
And I hope he watches episode 201, because if he just waits for number 300, that's like another 2 years from now.
Yeah.
And who knows where we'll be 2 years from now.
I might be
Ricky
dead.
won't even be talking to us anymore.
Ricky
He'll
might be dead, he says.
I'll be
the Black Hole
huge.
Hunters Club television series will be just about to air, and
I'm excited for that.
He'll be a jerk to us. I mean, he'll be even a bigger jerk than he already is.
No, bigger jerk.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
So, in keeping with your request that each question has a different voice.
thank you.
Here
yes.
we go.
Hey, Kevin and Ricky, my question is, what
This poor
don't
guy
you
who sent in
like
this question.
about comics?
What?
What? What do you like the most about comics? Oh, I read it all wrong. It's hard to speak in a silly voice.
What do we like about who sent in that question?
Love Unboxing Wednesday. Hope to see episode 1000.
Oh, episode 1000.
Whoa, that's in like.
That's from
20
Cedric Levesque,
Cedric
who has
Levesque.
a very strange
You
way
talk
of
very
speaking.
strange, man.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I'm sorry,
So,
Cedric.
There's a typo.
What do
in
we
this
like
question.
about
So, yeah,
comics?
what do you like most about comics?
What do I like most? That it's the most entertaining form of storytelling that exists out there. There's so much that you can
The
do.
most?
I would say it's the most entertaining.
All right.
There's so much that you can do with comics that you can't do, on TV or in a movie. There's stuff that can't be replicated.
What do you say?
And I don't like reading books because
Whoa, too many words.
too many words. I
That's okay.
like my storytelling to
okay.
incorporate pictures.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite part about comics is the art, for sure. Because the art is like if you get a good book, it's like, oh man, like Mike Del Mundo's Electra. I just
Awesome
spend
artwork
like
in
half
that.
an hour reading it because it's so good. But other than that, I
And
like
because you're a slow reader.
yeah,
Right.
yes,
Yeah.
And then I like
He's
to,
got an English degree, folks.
I read like 3 books in my whole English career, so that's pretty sweet. But yeah, no, the art is probably the biggest thing for me, and then probably the writing or story or whatever. Okay.
So, as a comic book writer,
yeah.
for you, the writing isn't as big of a deal as
No.
the art is.
When I write a book, I want to write what would look the coolest in a comic.
Interesting.
Like, I'd be like, yeah,
Interesting.
it looks so cool, and then so.
All right.
Yeah. The art's cool. The writing, storytelling. I like the smell of comics.
Whoa.
You
I
like
know-
the smell?
Yeah, this question wasn't for me, but I'm just putting that.
No,
yeah,
feel free.
I like how comics smell. You know, when I get a new issue or a new trade
you just
paperback
sniff it.
annual, just open it up.
You can't smell a digital comic, can you, Sean?
Well, you can. It just smells like your iPad.
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what's on the screen. It's going to smell the same. So, coming up next here on this sheet seems to be a lot of questions. I don't know if this is all from the same person.
Yeah, it's from Summer Bradshaw, who's
Wow.
been watching our show
Who
for a long time.
I met
So-
in Boston. Super cool chick.
Summer is apparently doing some sort of school project on you guys and has a lot of questions.
Summer's cool. I'll answer any questions Summer has.
All right. So, congrats on 200 episodes. I'm not going to make her have a weird voice. She just has
okay.
my voice now. I've very much enjoyed your
How
show
unfortunate
over
for
the
her.
years. Yes. Questions, feel free to use as many or as few as you'd like, and I'd like to use all of them. How is Rob?
Rob's good.
Is he still around?
He's talking a lot.
Rob,
though.
are you still around?
Yeah, he's being really disrespectful
You have to come over
the
here
show.
for a sec. You have to show your face at least. You showed your face on episode 100.
He's here.
He's here.
He doesn't want to do. Okay.
Rob is good. He
And he's still around. And I think at one point you said he had a baby. Yes, this is true. Is he still involved with the store?
not according to most people.
Okay.
According to most people, According to most people, I own the store with Ricky.
Yeah.
That's what gets said a lot.
But I do nothing there.
But Ricky
Yeah.
is a part-time employee.
Yeah.
Ricky does about as much work as Rob does at the store.
I'm Rob, yes, Summer. Rob still owns the store with me. We are 50-50 partners. Rob does more than me, probably.
Yeah.
Probably or definitely, Rob? He says definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And Rob did have a son a
Yeah.
couple years ago. He's about 2 years old now.
And the Flash love still strong?
Is
Rob,
the Flash
you still like
love
the
still
Flash?
still strong, Rob?
No. Aren't
Rob-
you excited about the new TV show by the CW? shot in Vancouver?
Oh no.
Rob has kind of fallen out of the Flash has fallen out of favor with Rob. He's not liking the new 52 version. Rob has always been a Wally West fan, and until Wally West returns in full pre-New 52 glory, I don't think you'll find Rob reading too much Flash.
Well, the nice thing about comics is if you don't like what's currently going on, you can always dig into those back issue bins.
Rob has them all already.
Yeah, so you can read. You can read a comic more than once. There's no.
Rob's really uncomfortable with us talking about him this much.
That's, well, you know, Summer wanted to know about Rob,
you know what's interesting about Rob though now is he never used to read a ton of Marvel. He used to be a all DC guy.
Yeah.
And over the last couple of years, he reads more Marvel now.
Yeah.
He's a big Marvel fan.
He's also a lot more handsome now.
He's also a lot more handsome.
You know, he started hitting the gym.
Rob's lost a lot of weight.
He's looking good. He's looking
very
good.
trim.
Yeah.
Very good. It's unfortunate he won't stand in front of the camera for everybody.
He doesn't want us to look bad, is what. He'll be in the
Ricky and
camera.
I are sitting up here with our big guts, and he's doing us a solid.
Yeah,
he's doing us a solid.
And Summer's other question about Rob is he starting his offspring off on comics and cosplay? And I've seen some Facebook photos.
I know this for a fact. Rob is starting his son off on a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
He's a big Hulk fan right now, and
he's got
cosplay not so much.
Yeah,
maybe
but
more.
Underoos,
more like like Batman T-shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
How much of Stadium Comics' success would you attribute to your YouTube unboxing show?
100%.
Yeah.
Especially the parts with Ricky.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's hard to actually nail down like a number or percentage or anything. There's basically when we started doing Unboxing Wednesdays, we weren't in the best place. There was a lot of tough times that Stadium had.
I think that was like across the board for the comics industry.
For comics in general. It was, and you know, there was we took over the store in 2008, and there was a recession right when we took it over. The recession started. So for the first couple years we owned it, there was a lot of hardship, a lot of tough times, and there's lots of things that we did to kind of turn that around. Even before stuff like the New 52 came along. Rob got really good with his ordering of things, and we did not to get too much into the business side of things, but we started ordering a lot more smartly on trade paperbacks and started bringing in discount stuff, and then we did Unboxing Wednesdays as well, and I think a lot of people saw our show and wanted to come into the store. And you know, see where all the action was going on,
and then you guys hired me.
But you guys have a lot of fans from around the world. That's a cool thing about having something on YouTube.
Yeah,
there's people who are like, Open Stadium Comics over here. And
right. We did something once where we asked people like where they wanted a Stadium Comics, and then we put it all on a map, and it was really cool. We had places all over the world. But yeah, it basically allows us to be bigger than what we are. We're a 550 square foot store in one of the not nicest malls in the Greater Toronto area.
But it's not one of the worst.
Not one of the worst, but it's not one of the nicest.
Right.
But it's doing the videos kind of allows us to be bigger than what we are, and it allows us to have a really good presence online, and that resonates with a lot of people.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah. Well, this next question kind of ties into something you touched upon in your previous answer. Any sort of mistakes over the past years where you've either ordered too many of a certain book or not enough of a certain book, and you maybe wish you could go back and do that? I mean, this isn't Summer's words exactly, but anything that stands
Too little
out.
of a book. Too little of a book.
Too little or too many.
Can you think of anything?
I don't know.
Any instances of REM's Monster album, because you go to Sonic Boom, which is a used record store in Toronto, and they've got thousands of copies of Monster by
Do
REM.
they really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah, because I guess people thought
people
I
really like
this
REM?
album. No, and then they got rid of it because they grew out of it or whatever.
Oh, it's like in the youth section.
Yeah. Yeah.
So kind of like how our dollar bins are filled with X-Men #1 from
Valiant books.
For old Valiant
with
books.
the Jim Lee covers. That
the
one?
Jim Lee, with like the 8 covers.
Yeah.
I can't really think of anything off the top of my head right now where we ordered too little of. I think we do a really good job of ordering what people subscribe to.
Yeah.
And, you know, we can't always just speculate as to what is going to be hot and then just order 150 of those and just hope that 150 people come in for it. So we use our subscriptions and pull list systems to kind of gauge what interest is. And bottom line is if not enough people pre-order something, then we're not going to order a lot of copies of it. I mean, if I could say if there's one book in the last little while that I wish we had, you know, ordered more of, like something like Saga, we went over and above. I mean, I think at the time Saga came out, we had like 10 people that had subscribed to it, maybe. We ordered like 75, I think, Rob? 75? 100? We ordered about 100, sold out of those, but I mean, if we had ordered 300,
Maybe
then we'd be sitting on like, you know, a good chunk of change right now because Saga #1s go for a lot of money. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you play that game,
Can I bring my copy of Saga #1 in and trade it in?
I'll grade it for you. I'll send it out for grading. But I mean, if you play that game enough, you're going to lose because you know most books that you order that much of are just going to sit on the shelves.
Yeah, and is it hard to tell when you get in those previews books and you see what's coming up? You know, a lot of what Diamond does is they're trying to push the product as well because they obviously get a huge cut of it. I mean, they're the distributor of all these different publishers. Do you ever find that maybe they might be a little off in recommending something? Maybe they'll give a book like a full-page spread or a half-page spread in the magazine, the catalog, and then you're like, I don't know why this is like.
Yeah, but I mean, but what doesn't work for our store and what doesn't have fans in our store might have fans in another store. Like I look at all the money that Dynamite Publishing pours into a lot of their titles, and those titles don't sell at our store.
Well, because they're terrible.
I didn't say it.
I'm saying it. They look terrible.
Matt, what do you read from Dynamite? Matt's taking issue.
Matt
he can't even remember.
Matt works for Dynamite, so he's gonna punch me in the kidney after.
But yeah, like they pour a ton of money into acquiring licenses or you know getting Alex Ross to do covers, but we just don't see the sales in our store. But you know there might be some stores in the States where that stuff just sells like pancakes.
Yeah.
Like
however,
pancakes?
yeah, hotcakes, like hotcakes. That's what I wanted to say.
Like you go to Waffle House.
Well, hotcakes are pancakes.
Yeah,
people say that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know where the
selling like
analogy comes from.
Ricky just turned like 22 the other day, so he's not.
Ricky was born in what 1998.
Are you 98?
I was born yesterday. No, yeah, 98.
Wow, Summer has a lot of questions. We need to get through these.
One word.
The next one is. Yeah, let's do one sentence answers.
All right.
Is there any type of customers you wish you did or didn't have?
Oh man, Matt Rogers, of course. What? No. You know what? Sometimes you have those customers that come in and they buy like. They buy like the sexy books, but
crappy books.
But try to make it look like they're in it to like, well, for the fine literature. But it's like, it's like,
you just rather people be like, yeah, this art's hot.
It'd be like, yeah, I'm in it for the sexy chick.
Like, hey man, I just want to see some scantily drawn ladies.
But some people are like, no, it's like it's a good book. It's like fine literature. I'm like, no, man, it's not.
Alan, one of those guys?
No. Alan's a cool dude.
Yeah, Alan.
Customer I wish I didn't have was somebody who doesn't pick up their books.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Yeah. Man, I see those.
Everybody here tonight's okay though.
Yeah,
I'm looking out in the crowd. Everybody picks up their books.
What about guys who just don't buy anything?
That's fine.
Yeah, that's
come
cool.
in. Yeah, like maybe
like, I saw you on YouTube. I just wanted to say hi. That kind of.
Yeah, because maybe they'll buy something next week or something. Yeah.
Upsell them. Maybe start selling
we should start
autographs.
Selling T-shirts, yeah.
T-shirts.
Autographs.
Stadium T-shirts.
Autographs. Nobody wants any autographs.
One day I'd like to open my own business with a comic book section on the side. Any advice? Articles online seem to say not to do it since a new business since a new business won't have a good diamond discount and such.
Well, yeah, I mean, the discount is part of it, but more, you know, if starting out a new comic shop is hard because the best thing that we have going for us is we have, you know, customers already. Like, we have committed customers, people that have pull lists. When we took over the business, we didn't have nearly as many pull list customers as we have now, but we had some, at least something that would guarantee that we would be able to pay our rent the next month.
Right.
And when you're starting out as a new comic shop, you have to really start from zero. So it's tough. It's tough. I don't know. She says she wants to have a business that has
With
a comic book section.
Which is interesting, because you wonder what kind of business this is. I mean, are you going to be a lawyer? Are you going to have an office? And then it's like, and comics on the side.
Well,
hey,
maybe
so.
like a coffee shop.
Yeah,
or,
see, that would be cool.
Or game store
Yeah.
or something, a hybrid store.
Yeah, and
but I would say, like, for the first little while with a shop like that, you'd probably want to focus on graphic novels and trade paperbacks until you can get a good amount of weekly customers that are buying the single issues.
And it's interesting because we've seen other types of businesses in recent years bring comics on board, like HMV, which is a huge music business.
Fuck HMV, basically.
They are the worst.
Whoa.
But
seriously,
like when we've seen
stick to music and CDs, and if you can't make that work, like go away.
Rightfully so, the music.
Anybody here work for HMV? I'm sorry.
Well, who cares? Rightfully so, the music industry is in the shitter right now because it's been mismanaged, and companies have taken advantage of artists, et cetera, and now they are reaping what they have sown. So we've got HMV doing lots of discount stuff. They're getting into selling tchotchkes and like things that you might see at comic stores. They have graphic novels and stuff,
but the funny thing is with their graphic novel selection is they will have so we sell Walking Dead for a US cover, which is I think $14.99.
Yeah.
HMV will sell their Walking Deads for like $17 or $18.
Yeah.
But then have like a 25% off sticker stuck to the front.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, stickers on books. So
I
Don't
know,
put
right?
stickers
Come
on
on.
my God.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? It's just they're kind of like using what's popular in pop culture to kind of boost their sales and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they'll never be able to provide the level of service as far as comic books go that
or the knowledge,
any other
really,
comic book shop would be able to.
Yeah, you can't go to HMV and be like, hey man, what comic do you think I should get? I'm really into blah blah blah.
Right.
They're gonna be like, fucking buy them all, asshole.
or they won't be able to like say, hey, every time Spider-Man comes out, I'll put it aside for you. And
they're not going to do
it'll
that.
be here for you to pick up. And
fuck HMV. Yeah?
Basically,
so,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's 5A. Would you be willing to franchise in such a case and let me know, or let me own/run another branch of your store? All hail the Jewel of Brampton, nay, the universe. And hey, did I sell you guys on the idea of having a shop in
Rhode
Island, USA in that one episode? Remember? Do you remember?
That's the episode I was talking about where we put all the locations on the map.
Yeah. I'd go to Rhode Island.
I'd be up for franchising, but I feel like we still have a lot of work to do to like perfect our business.
It's a lot of work just running one store.
It is a lot. It's a ton of work, and I would feel like you'd have to have everything kind of, textbook. Like everything would have to be perfected.
I just worked there.
And before you franchise it out somewhere, I mean, nobody's going to give us a bunch of money to have a franchise, and then we'll be like, okay, you got a comic store.
Yeah.
Like, call us if you have any questions.
Yeah.
Like, you need to, if you're
like,
going to franchise.
what are they really franchising? The logo, I guess. Is
the logo, which, by the way, everybody, Shaun Hatton designed our stadium logo. Give him a hand for that.
Thanks, guys. Someone booed me. They noticed the graphic design error in the logo, which I won't bring up, which is there.
Which a League of Legends group co-opted
Online,
your logo that you made for us.
But they made it even worse.
Stole it.
They ruined it even more.
Yeah.
They don't know about like harmony and balance and spacing between.
It's very zen what you do. It's very zen.
It's a pretty zen logo.
Yeah, I guess you're buying the name and the logo and the brand and how things are done on a day-to-day basis. And I just think that there's a lot of perfecting that needs to be done on our part before we go and explore those options.
I would say maybe go have your own comic store if you want to if you want to have a comic store.
But if like somebody wants to give us $100,000 to like have our name for no reason at all, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take it.
Sounds good. Maybe they can have some Stadium Comics napkins or whatever.
Napkins.
Yeah.
Good idea. Good idea.
There's
spilling.
Are we still on page 1?
We're still on page 1. Still on Summer's questions.
Oh man, Summer.
Okay, one sentence answers.
Yeah,
if you could go back in time to your first episode, what would you tell your past self?
change the camera angle.
Yeah.
You're talking about your.
It's like right
Are you
there.
talking about first unboxing? Or
Yeah, first unboxing. It's like on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we didn't know how to do things.
Also, tuck in your shirt, or don't show your butt crack.
Yeah, no
right.
way.
What I would say. What would I say? I don't know.
One sentence, man. That's all you get.
Grow a beard.
Grow a beard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Grow
Thank you.
grow the beard sooner.
Grow the beard.
Loose.
Do you guys? Can I answer some of these questions if I know the answer?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Summer's not. Do you guys ever dress up or cosplay at Free Comic Book Day? No, but customers do. Do you give trick-or-treaters back issues of comics? If not, candy of choice. Do you?
We do a Halloween Comic Fest every year at our store. The next one's coming up October 25th. It's going to be amazing.
Sweet plug.
Some of the
That's
people that are here tonight, I'm going to talk to about whether or not they want to come.
Yeah, you got someone
Just looking
who's
at some people over here.
almost half dressed up as a jack-o'-lantern out there.
So October
Orange.
25th, the last Saturday before Halloween every year is now like a new Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
So we give away lots of those books, but we don't usually give away back issues. And at home, I do not give out any back issues now.
No. All right. What is your favorite comic book movie adaptation?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
You okay, Kevin? Yeah. Oh, now people are paying attention. They're like, oh.
It's
Someone.
basically the best movie like ever filmed.
All right.
I haven't seen it.
Kevin,
I haven't seen
what's
it yet.
your favorite so far?
My favorite so far?
Yeah, comic book adaptation.
Green Lantern.
All right. Excellent. Mine.
No.
Are you
No,
is that gonna go on record?
No, that's going to go on record. Yeah.
Yeah?
But that's
wait.
not.
In terms of like fidelity, probably
Don't. You answered
Sin
already.
City. I'm gonna go with Sin City number
Okay,
one.
fine. All right,
That's
Kevin.
So good. That's a good one.
What's your answer?
What's my real
Favorite,
answer?
yeah.
Probably Avengers.
Yeah?
Avengers is really
Good
well.
choice.
I see.
Mine is I'm gonna go with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, directed by Steve Barron, 1990.
Oh, I didn't know that was an option.
There we go.
That was a comic, so yes.
Damn it.
In Stadium Comics, the movie or TV show, who would you cast to play you guys? Can I answer?
Yes.
I'm thinking
Who would you cast as us both?
Brad Pitt.
Jake Gyllenhaal and
Perfect.
Jack Black.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
I can see that.
I'm okay with that. Can we go with Chris Pratt
yeah,
as me?
yeah, sounds good. Has the rift of Adventure Time and Big Bang Theory ever been mended?
Big Bang Theory is such a good show, guys.
It's so good. It's like
So
the best.
good. It's like the best
It's the
show.
most cerebral show.
I will sell. I will sell a Bazinga shirt to anybody
Yeah.
in this room tonight.
Yep.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't ended. I actually did end up watching one episode of Adventure Time.
It's awesome.
the best.
And it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
It's
There you go.
really smart. Adventure Time is way smarter than Big Bang Theory will ever be.
Yes, I
All right.
agree. Makes me cry.
But they're all doctors, Sean. They're all like,
Who
They're
cares?
just actors.
except for Wallowitz. He's
Yeah,
not
okay,
a doctor.
well-
They're losers.
Yeah, that's it for Summer's grad.
Thank you, Summer. You're
Thank
awesome.
you.
I want to do like a beer chugging contest.
Okay, let's do it.
Who wants to participate in this?
Matt, you have like no beer left.
Anybody who would like to participate in this, and I'm not
Go
putting
buy a
I'm not putting
beer
a limit
right
on
now.
this. There's
Yeah.
no limit. There's no limit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you guys need to have a full beer.
Yeah.
Oh, Craig.
Up here
So
on
that's
stage.
what you need.
What if you don't drink? Can you use a pop of some sort? With a
You can use a pop. That's fine. Yeah. You can use a pop. Sorry?
My beard count?
No, a beer. A beer.
How are you gonna chug a
Does your
beard?
You want to chug?
You got some strength.
What?
Chug my
Suddenly
beard.
very protective over my face.
Yeah.
So let's get some people up on stage for a beer.
Okay, but go
And,
get
and while
your
they're
beer
while they're
first.
doing this, let's
We'll-
answer
we'll
another
go-
question.
yeah,
Anybody
so-
who wants to participate is welcome, and you'll probably all win a prize.
So, Ryan Fitzsimmons asks, I'm Ryan. I have a question for the 200th episode of Unboxing Wednesday's Q&A. What makes a successful comic book store? Well, these guys wouldn't know.
Yeah, right?
All right, thanks. P.S. Love the YouTube channel. I'm just joking. Of course you guys would know. You're very successful. You're my favorite comic book store.
Thanks, man.
Someone's laughing.
Whoa.
She didn't believe me at all.
Chantel doesn't think that
Wow.
that's very.
No. Thinks I'm being insincere over here.
Whoa.
Wow.
What makes a good comic book store? I mean, YouTube thing aside,
Yeah.
smart ordering, knowing who your customers are, and doing cool things
Yeah.
all of the time.
Yeah.
Well,
Being nice.
Can I add to that too?
Yeah.
You got to make it feel like when people come, they're like coming to their home.
Yeah.
Because we had some customers that are like, oh, I really love coming here, and they just come all the time. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I try to, like, as best as I can, know people's names, and when I don't know their name when they come in, I feel kind of like shitty.
And you can
feel
see
like
the disappointment in their eyes.
Yeah.
I screwed up.
I'm like, sorry, I don't know you,
Yeah.
but I'll do better.
A firm handshake.
Firm handshake.
All right, next question. Hey guys, I was wondering what made you guys decide to make a YouTube channel for your comic shop? Congrats on episode 200. Nick Thorburn.
Thanks, Nick. All the way from the Niagara region, Nick. Well, like I touched upon it earlier, the store wasn't doing very well. So,
So why not? We just put
why
on
not?
YouTube,
It was just like one of these things where we didn't have anything to lose by doing it. And it was like an idea that we'd had in the back of our minds for a little while. And we figured, like, I mean, if we're not going to be here in 6 months, at least we tried to do something.
Yeah.
So this was one of the many things that we tried around that time.
It's a good attitude.
And it was the only attitude to have, Sean.
All right.
What made you?
You weren't even around, so don't answer that question.
What were we going to say?
What made you put flavorful reviews on?
Basically, you guys were all customers of ours, and you were like, "Can we do a show?" And we were like, "Shit, if we say no, they're not gonna like buy stuff from us anymore."
I'm pretty sure you guys came to us.
Is that all it takes? Yeah. Can I have a show on your channel?
Sure, man.
Nice.
Everybody here can
Good
have a
stuff.
show.
All right. Hi, I have a question for episode 200.
All right.
The episode can't actually answer the question, but maybe you guys will.
Okay.
Here it is. How did you guys get into comics and start reading them? Nick Antsy.
What was your first comic, Ricky?
Oh man, my first comic I think was Marvel versus DC in the 90s. My brother was like huge into the 90s bubble, and then he bought all the comics, and he'd put them on his wall because he's like, oh man, these are cool. So I'd like look at them and be like, man, these are so wicked, but he wouldn't let me touch them. So I was like, oh. But then he like got me his like comics for myself, and I would read them. But then in high school I stopped, and then I read the Dark Tower series, and then they came out with comics. And
really,
like,
the Dark Tower?
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I have to read these Dark Tower comics. So then I started with that, and then
I do remember you having that on your pull list,
Yeah,
but it's not anymore, is it?
they canceled it. So
That's it.
I have like every issue.
The thing that got me into comics was Tim Burton's 1989 Batman movie.
Excellent.
That's my everything to do with comics comes from that.
My first comic was the adaptation of Superman 3, and I still remember how creepy the panel is where Richard Pryor's face melts.
Oh, when he gets like absorbed by the machine?
Yeah, it's just really weird, and it creeped me out as a kid. I was only about 4 years old. I couldn't even read. I would just like look at the pictures and.
But you knew the story.
I knew what was going on. I had seen the movie.
Did you know who Richard Pryor was at the time?
I didn't know about the legacy of Richard Pryor. Obviously, that came much later. So next question. Why is such a strong, strapping young man like Ricky not married? And what kind of woman would it take to make such a playboy stud like him settle down? Well, I should have read this question in advance. Let's move on.
Well, I'm not married, but there's a fine lady over there, Tina. Hey.
Yeah.
And she's super awesome.
Yeah,
so.
she is awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm happy for both of you.
I'm happy too.
Yeah, you both seem like very cool folks, and
we're the coolest.
You know,
pretty
you're both into nerdy stuff.
It's funny because before Ricky had met Tina, I'd always said to him, "Man, as soon as you get a girlfriend, your creativity is just gonna go downhill.
But it hasn't.
You're not gonna write anymore. You're not gonna do any. You're not gonna create anymore."
She supports all that, so it's okay.
But she's very creative herself,
yeah.
so
she knits,
that helps.
which is friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
Funny story. I met her through Stadium, by the way.
Yeah.
It was
Another
at the
thing
Superman comic event. We were selling books, and she was there.
That's right.
And I was like, "Hey, who's this sexy mama?"
Wow. Did that line work?
No, it didn't.
You didn't say that.
No, that's just what he said to us.
The line that worked. The line that worked was, "I write comics," and then I sent her my comics. So.
Wow.
That's a pickup move. When you write
Nice.
comics, that is a pickup move.
Smoothest line ever.
Things I could go back to like episode 1 and tell myself I write comics. That's all you need. All right. Next question from Josh Sheets. Guardians of the Galaxy or the Avengers?
Dude.
Which is the better movie?
GOTG.
You've seen both. You've only seen the Avengers.
I haven't. I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy, but based on what everybody's saying, I have to agree with Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm going to say the Avengers.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You're just gonna go against the grain.
There you go. Yep.
People have come into the store and basically told me that I'm not allowed to own a comic store because I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy yet.
You've been so busy owning the comic book store and making sure that operations are in operation.
Right.
And so you just haven't had a chance yet.
I just haven't had a chance to go. Plus, I had a kid.
Yep.
7 months ago, and I'm dealing with that at home.
No one ever asks about your kid. Everyone's like, "How's Rob? What's his?"
Well, because with Rob, his reason for absence was he's got a lot more on his plate now. He's got a kid.
The real reason is he just never wanted to be on the show in the first place, and now since Ricky's here,
pretty much.
Yeah. One question from Jerry Copeland. During your winters, do you use Tauntauns to get to the store, or do you just call it a day and snuggle up with one to keep warm?
Yeah.
There was one time when we were filming, and there was a really bad snowstorm, and the power was out, and the car wouldn't start, and the heat was off in the mall, and we had to snuggle together, body warmth,
but not with a Tauntaun, just with each other.
Just with each other.
To talk about it.
Sorry, man. I apologize.
Okay.
What was that one time?
All right, here's some questions.
But people don't realize that in Canada we all have Tauntaun
We do.
winter.
And you know what? We would never cut open our Tauntauns. Tauntaun's like a member of the family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sure, we euthanize them when they get old.
When they get old, right.
Or like break a leg.
You might have a Tauntaun steak if that's the case. But for the most part, we're pretty civil to our
No good
Tauntaun
part of a
friends.
Tauntaun goes to waste.
No,
ever.
never. So we got some questions from someone who opted not to give his last name. It's just Chris. Is it Chris in this room? Chris with the Bowie shirt?
Chris?
No, he's gone to the bathroom.
What's going on with this chugging contest?
Yeah.
They're getting low. They're getting
everything.
They're getting the glasses filled
up. Is Chris actually behind the bar? Is he helping out? No.
Chris.
Someone's behind the bar.
Classic.
Yeah, all right, there we go. So here's our questions. Why did you guys decide to do/create Unboxing Wednesdays and previews?
We kind of touched on that, yeah.
How about previews, reviews? Now, that's a different show. But
previews, reviews, we decided to do because we felt that it would help. It was kind of for selfish reasons because we felt that if we told people what was coming out,
they'd know and they would order it.
They would know, and then they would either pre-order it with us if they had subscriptions with us, or they would go into their local shop and say, "Hey, I heard about this book that was coming out. I wanna subscribe to it." Because as a lot of creators will tell you, even if they're working with the big two, it really comes down to pre-orders whether or not their book sells.
Right.
So if you don't let your comic shop know that you want a certain book, they're not going to order it, and that does a disservice to everybody.
It also falls into like us putting out the illusion that we are experts. You know what I mean? So if we tell people that we're experts, people will listen. So that's kind of the same thing.
Dress for the job you want.
Exactly.
Yeah, you obviously want to be a Galaxy cat.
Yeah.
Now, something I like about previews reviews is that it's funny. Like you guys are funny on Unboxing Wednesdays, but on previews reviews, you are reading copy that is written by someone else for the purpose of selling something, and sometimes this copy is so bad.
Sometimes we make fun of it.
Yeah.
You make fun of it a lot.
The best thing is getting Ricky to read the Kotobukiya
the Asian
ones
stuff.
where it has all the Asian names.
You guys
and stuff.
order a lot of that stuff too, huh?
It's popular.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And Kotobukiya does do an amazing job. Like their Star Wars stuff is like I was just looking at a Boba Fett thing and thinking like, should I get it? It's $45. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not sexy Boba Fett, but I would.
It should be.
It should
but
be.
A lot of their things, they have all this sexy copy, like Jaina Skywalker or no Jaina Solo. They're like spread wide open, ready to action. I'm like, what?
That's weird.
It is weird.
It is strange.
I love letting Ricky read those ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Sometimes we poke fun at what they've written.
Yeah.
Sometimes we poke fun at the product. Sometimes we talk about how awesome it's going to be. So.
All right. So we'll do these 2 additional questions that Chris has, and then we'll go on to the beer chugging contest. Is this something that we can show on YouTube?
Yeah.
We'll have to get them up here on the stage.
Yes, obviously.
How did Stadium Comics come to existence? And a parenthetical expression here / question. How and why was it created in the first place?
Stadium Comics was originally Stadium Sports Cards. And that was owned by a fellow before us who Rob worked for many years.
And who has always been an old man, as far as I know. He was born an old man.
Possibly.
Yeah, in like 1900.
It's like Jonathan Winters in Mork and Mindy.
Yeah.
He was born old, and Robin Williams, shout out.
Yeah.
But he owned the store for many years, since the early 90s, and it was primarily a sports card store. That's why the name is Stadium. Over the years, it evolved into more of a... oh, you're just finding this out now?
Yeah.
Over the years, it evolved into a comic store, and then he retired, and Rob and I purchased the store from him. Rob having worked there for many years prior.
Yeah. Rob was one of those guys who's like, I'm going to own this store one day.
And it happened. It happened. He hung in there.
We need to order better stuff. We need to do this.
He's like, I have all these great ideas, but I'm going to keep them secret until I own the store. Then we'll start doing things like Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah,
Whoa,
yeah. Last question from Chris. What are your guys' favorite superheroes?
Lobo.
Lobo, all right.
Yeah, even though in the new DC, new 52, he's not very good.
Are you going to be picking up the new Lobo series?
I am, because Colin Bunn's writing it, and he's really
Nice.
good. But I don't have high expectations for it. So
Someone transformed in the audience.
My favorite has always been Superman because I have a very strong attachment to the Christopher Reeve movies from growing up.
Superman, what generic
Ricky wasn't
answer.
even born when most of them came out, and
Ricky's
that's
got
not
no
even us
respect.
joking.
That's like, oh, what's your favorite fruit? Apple. And it's like, apple? What? Everyone likes apples.
Dude, if you grew up watching Superman, then you're going to be a Superman fan.
I guess. I
Sorry.
don't know. He's so generic.
Good stuff. All right, let's move on to this contest.
All right, we're going to ask you fine folks to come up here on stage.
Are we going to live stream this, or are we going to just we going to do an edit?
What do you mean?
Are we gonna edit the video?
Well, there'll be
don't
some
have to-
editing.
yeah, let's
Come on
edit.
up.
Everyone get up here.
Oh, you can help.
Come on up.
No, I will take your beer. Come on.
Okay.
We got some good prizes here, and I think what we'll do is we'll get
All right.
Okay.
whoever wins, they'll get their choice of prizes, and then we'll go from there.
All right, everyone.
Matt
around
Rogers
this
getting
side.
serious.
Justin's chugging some water.
Yeah.
Sprite,
Okay.
and someone's just got a Corona, so someone is cheating.
It's Sprite. So yeah, it's and Robert's got a Corona, the easiest of the chuggable beers, I would
but
say.
it's in a bottle, so there's a little bit of a choke point there.
Let me introduce some of these people. We've got Robert here, who has been at Stadium Comics quite a bit, and he was at our Justice League launch party. He's gone back a long time with us. He was at episode 100 too, right?
Ooh.
Excellent. We've got Justin, who's a great customer of ours. Chris
Chris,
who
who
is
buys nothing.
He's
just
some
Chris.
guy who just
He buys Miracle Man. He loves Miracle Man. Of course, we have T, who works at Stadium. Yeah, is
No,
T
it's
allowed to
okay.
participate?
It's
Is
okay.
this okay?
Even if he wins, we'll just give it to someone else.
All right. And Matt Rogers, who's been shopping at our store for quite some time.
Yeah, Matt Rogers.
2008, when we took over. So this is great. All right, guys. So let's do a countdown, and we'll see who wins, and we'll go from there.
All right.
So 3, 2, 1. Chug, 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 chug.
Oh, Justin
We got a winner.
Please, nobody vomit.
Chris is
Nobody
gonna die.
vomit.
Oh, Matt Rogers, kinda.
Oh!
Some death.
Justin and Matt.
We've got some burping going on.
Lots of
We
belching.
got some dying. That's okay. You got this. You got this. You got this.
I remember being able to chug really well when I was in my 20s.
Why didn't
but-
you join this? Matt Rogers is hurting.
See, that's why I took off my glasses.
He's in pain. See? Look at that.
So what have we learned here today, folks? Nerds aren't very good chuggers. That's what it comes down to.
No, I thought that was impressive.
That was
man.
very good. That was very good.
Justin and Matt, that was amazing.
Is that the
It
first time you've done that, Matt?
Yeah, no, actually second time, but no, I actually paused because there was still someone.
You know, if Beer Fest has taught me anything, you need to do a quarter turn right near the end just to avoid that air bubble. Okay, so we've got some prizes to give away, so let's do that. Shaun, do you mind grabbing that box?
Not at all.
There behind you. So who finished first here?
It was Justin, but he had the Sprite.
That's okay.
That's okay.
There's carbonation involved there.
I swear it was Sprite.
You're burping too.
Yeah, once the gas packs on. Here we go.
There's a big box of prizes here.
Prize box.
Justin, you take your pick.
Take something. Look, there's a kid
Dude,
robot.
take that Vince Cinico print. Whew. That's a sexy
look at that.
We
print.
got a Simpsons kid robot. Oh, it's the bee.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
All right.
We've got all kinds of good stuff in there. We got a Vince Sunico.
Justin, did you just
Screen
take the
print.
biggest thing in the box?
I'm gonna do some
Okay.
I'm looking through. I'm gonna take.
That's what I would have done.
All right.
Good call on that, Matt.
Vince
Sunico
Cinico
from
print,
Spent Pencils. Awesome screen printed Batman.
which was
Good job.
featured on episode
All right.
whatever.
I think we should give some stuff to people who just participated because
Yeah, no, I want everybody up here to get a prize.
everyone showed some good spirit.
This is like when you go to the dentist and they used to have that little box of trinkets.
Or Oprah.
Or Oprah.
You're
Yeah.
Oprah.
Everybody gets a car.
Yeah,
Bees. Everyone gets bees. You ever seen that GIF?
it's the best one.
Oprah gives people bees. It's the greatest. I love it. It's fantastic.
Nice. Mad Magazine Wonder Woman.
Very nice.
Somehow very fitting.
I personally think that you should, like, the first winner and the second winner should do a rock, paper, scissors over my present, because I work at the store.
So what,
T, don't worry about it. Pick whatever you like.
Take
I think they
it.
should rock, paper, scissors. I think that'd
Take
be awesome.
the
T
ice
saying
tray.
the first and second place should rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, I get the,
Whoa,
Choose who
soap?
will take.
no, not the soap.
'Cause Matt Rogers is stinky.
I got beer. I'm happy.
Space Invaders. So
You get the toys.
Space Invader soap. That's pretty awesome.
Oh no, it's mine. I'm gonna put it
Yeah,
Whoa,
it's yours, man.
sweet.
You won
Pick
one.
the soap, Matt. You need it.
on. You know what?
I work there. I'm fine.
What's that? What?
It's all Oh, it's okay.
There you go.
I got
going way back.
All right, everybody's got something?
Oh,
I got beer.
yeah, you already mixed up in there.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Big hand for our chuggers.
Chug, 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 chug.
Take one.
I got a little scared because I thought there was going to be some vomit on the stage.
I know it looked like that.
I got a
Rogers
little
looks like he's
afraid there.
Yeah.
These poor people at the Celtic Club.
Yeah.
This is carpet up here.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
isn't just, you know.
You're gonna need some
a carpeted
professional.
stage.
Yeah, we're gonna need some professional people to come in to clean this. I think the chair moved a little bit. So we've got some more questions.
Okay.
But
Let's do this.
how about let's just continue the conversation here after that chugging contest. Where do you guys get your ideas for the contests that you guys have on Unboxing Wednesdays?
Oh, okay.
Oh man, those are tough. Those are really hard. Every week it's a struggle
Yeah.
for a question, just because we don't really know.
Because we've done 200 contests now, 200
Yeah.
questions.
So
Basically, this is how it goes. We look at the new release rack of all the stuff once Ricky's put it all up, and we say, I'll be like, hey Ricky, what are we giving away this week? Ricky will be like, I don't know. What do you want to give away?
then we look and we're like, oh, what's the biggest book this week? And then we just take that. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Or sometimes we'll take a variant or
Yeah.
something else that's really cool. And then the new struggle begins.
Yeah,
What should
what
be the
to ask.
question?
Yeah.
So usually it turns into like the same variant of a question.
Yeah.
Like, oh, do you like this over this, or why do you like this?
Now, in the early
So.
days, you would have a lot of people in the comments section trying to pander to you, like.
Early days.
Well, it
That
still
still
happens.
happens.
Even though you are trying to dissuade that kind of behavior. Like,
Right.
you're like, okay, and don't say me and Ricky when you're like,
Yeah.
we're the coolest
Yeah.
dudes on the blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a typical answer sometimes. What would be one character from a comic that you would like to see a movie made of? I think it should be a Tiger Ricky
Yeah.
or a character from Black Hole Hunters Club.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I would pick all of those answers.
Yeah. Sometimes you let me pick the winners, which is always fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We like
the,
to
The few times that I've been on
mix
the
it
show,
up a bit.
I've picked the winners, and I also just love picking random
love you, Shaun.
things. Oh,
But
thanks.
yeah, it's difficult just finding 200 questions to ask people.
Yeah.
So some of them get repetitive sometimes.
Some of them are pretty crappy.
It's easier than mining a Bitcoin, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
And you
I
can
mean-
tell in the comments when it's a crappy question, we'll have like 10 people comment.
Yeah.
But when it's a good question, a lot of people comment.
But the good thing is an average of like 30 to 50 people comment per episode. That's pretty good odds
It's
to
good.
win a prize.
It's
I
good,
mean,
it's good engagement to
Yeah.
use some marketing speak. Yeah.
sure. I mean, it's better odds than the lottery, right?
That's true.
Yeah, and we do have some people that have won multiple prizes over the 200 episodes. So,
Yeah.
and also prizes, they do take a long time to send out. I'm
do.
sorry,
Because
I have a lot to do at the store, and what I usually do is wait until I have 30 or 40 ready to go, and then I will send them all out at once.
how many more questions do we have here?
Thousand.
One
All
sentence
right,
answers.
yeah, one sentence answers. So, as a new comic fan, I began watching Arrow when it came out. I fell in love almost right away. Did someone just say I said that? Yeah. Remember when the tape ran out and it didn't get what I said?
Come on, Alan.
Fuck!
Alan.
All right.
Classic.
Now I'm going to say it a third time just because of you. As a new comic fan, I began watching Arrow when it came out. I fell in love almost right away. I had no interest in the character before the show, and now he is one of my
Fucking
favorites.
Alan, eh?
Now with the Flash show coming out and looks awesome, I am curious what you guys think as longtime comic book fans. What are your thoughts on Arrow and the trailer for Flash?
I think Flash looks awesome. Not a big fan of the current costume that they have for him,
You don't
but
like it? It looks
no,
pretty
I
sweet.
don't like it. I don't like it. But I understand that it's an evolution. It's like his first costume.
Is it
And
too
that-
leathery? Is that the problem?
a little bit,
There's
yeah. And
the-
I don't like the no. How it's red where it should be white.
Yeah, well,
on the emblem.
here's the thing, though. It's all about context. So we see the costume in, like, photos and, like, people snapping
Sure.
photos from the set. And it looks terrible because it's, like, in daylight. It's not the cameras that they're using for the show. They haven't been color processed, etc. When the Batman Begins costume was first shown with Christian Bale, it was like, oh, that is ugly. And then you watch the movie and it's like, you
Yeah,
don't care because
exactly.
it's in motion, etc.
Yeah, I mean it's not a big deal with me, but
Yeah.
I'd prefer another costume.
I also enjoy how Rob just doesn't care that we're doing this. He's just like holding court in the back with his dudes at the
Rob's making business deals right now.
Dawn table over there.
But
Eating
I think
potato chips.
I really like Arrow because it's introducing a lot of people that I call them the Much Music audience.
Yeah.
But like these people, Much Music is a music station here. It's like MTV.
Not
It
anymore.
was.
It's not anymore.
Yeah, I know, not anymore. But it introduced those people in the comics, and they came, and they're like, "Oh, do you have Arrow comics?" And I'm like, "No, but we have Green Arrow comics," because
They're like, who the hell is Green Arrow?
we often sell that at Arrow
Yeah.
Comics because there's not too many of them. But yeah, so it's a good way to introduce them to new comics. So I personally have not seen the show, but I heard it's good.
Yeah.
So.
I also haven't seen the show
Yeah.
because
I watched about 7 or 8 episodes of it, and I was just like, it's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
okay, but there's other shows that I really want to be watching right now.
Yeah.
But I hear that it gets really good around the end of the first season, and that the second season's amazing.
I think
so.
that's crap.
I'm gonna go back to
when
it.
people are like, "Oh, watch the show until the second season," it's like, why do I
No.
have to spend all that time?
it should just be good from
Yeah,
the beginning.
exactly, right?
True
Like-
Detective was good from the beginning.
It was only 8 episodes. It was amazing.
Yeah, there you
Oh
go.
my God, True Detective is awesome.
When are they going to have those comics? All right. Kyle has another paragraph in his email
Kyle.
here. Personally, I find that trades are my preferred method right now of reading comics because luckily it has been a few years since New 52 and Marvel Now, so there is lots to read. However, after watching your show, I am actually interested in doing some issues. I don't know what he means by that.
Single
He
issue.
means he wants some
Oh,
single
he wants to
issues.
read.
Yeah,
Oh, he wants
yeah,
to
yeah.
read single
Yeah,
issue.
yeah.
Okay, he doesn't want to work on them or all right,
No,
or do other things. However, I am concerned for space. What are some of the ways you store / choose what to keep
man.
beside
Good question.
boxes?
Good
Dude,
question.
I have like
Do you ever throw them out?
I have 15.
Never, first of all, never throw out a book.
Yeah, right?
No, just give it to somebody.
Yeah,
Like
I
even if
agree.
it's like a
Preferably
novel.
Stadium Comics.
Yeah, if it's a novel that you don't like or whatever, just people keep bringing Ricky beer, which is amazing.
This is bullshit.
I don't know how someone sets
They're
that.
trying to get him to episode 100 levels.
I've been done my Pepsi for the last 30 minutes.
It's not gonna happen. Anyways, so I have like 15 short boxes of comics in my closet, and it's getting out of hand.
Right.
It's too much. It's like
might be
5
time.
years.
Might be time for a long box.
maybe. But in terms of space, like if you're gonna collect single issues, you have to have a lot of space, pretty much.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, sorry, dude.
I mean, it also depends on what kind of collector you are. If you're a collector just for the story, and you're not worried about what it's going to be worth 5 years, 10 years down the road, then you don't have to have a home full of 30 long boxes. You can read the books and pass them along to somebody else, or what else can you do with them?
You can fold them into hats.
Digital doesn't exist. Who said digital? Who said digital?
whoa.
Get out of here right now. No, I'm just joking.
The guy playing his
digital,
3DS instead of paying attention.
Digital's good, but if you're going to buy digital, log into stadiumcomics.com and use the referral link there, because then we get some, a couple cents.
Yeah.
For each digital logo.
It's good. Wow. He's got a
very
heckler
nasty.
over there. Hey,
Jim's on edge tonight.
Who invited him?
I did.
Oh, open event.
I did.
It's an open event.
But yeah, comic boxes are the best way to store them if you're going to hold on to them as part of a collection.
Yeah.
See, but okay, try to tell me this. How do you store them alphabetically when you got titles like, I don't know, Superior Spider-Man, and then Avenging Spider-Man, and then Spectacular Spider-Man?
It's all up to the collector. You put all the Spider-Man together.
I have no idea how to do that.
It's the same way we organize them in the store. You don't have New Avengers in the N section and Mighty Avengers in the M section. All the Avengers books go under Avengers.
Man, it's too much.
It's a confusing world sometimes.
It is. It really is.
All right. Thank you, Kyle, for the awesome questions.
All right. Kevin Tucknut has a few questions.
Whoa,
Hi,
Tucknut?
Congratulations. Sometimes you got to tuck that
By the
nut,
way, Kevin's from Australia,
Yeah.
so we've got people watching
Whoa,
us in
sweet.
Australia.
which is amazing.
It's like winter over there.
Is
right
that
now.
why he tucks his nut?
It's
What?
making fun of people's last names, a very mature thing to do.
Sorry, tuck nut.
His toilet goes the other way. I
Does
don't
it
know if you
really?
knew that.
I don't know if that's real.
It goes the other way.
I don't know if that's real. I don't
The
believe
Simpsons
that.
is
The
telling me it's
Simpsons
real.
taught me. Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kevin from Australia says, congratulations on the 200th unboxing video. I mean, we're not unboxing anything, but this is officially
yeah.
200. Is this officially 200?
Well, we're going to do the 200th episode, and this
All right.
will be linked to
Bonus
it.
content. All right. Maybe if you're short of questions for the Q&A, I mean, we're obviously not.
God.
But from the 200 videos that have been what have been some of the best one-shot issues?
Best one-shot issues?
That's yeah.
I know this. New Avengers annual number, the most recent one.
Yeah.
Marco Rudy, Doctor Strange, the best book I
All right.
ever read. It's so good. I don't even care. It's so good.
I don't have an answer for the best one-shot issue, but I have best
So
past unboxing Wednesday's episode.
Anything with Clive.
I think
150.
I think 150 with the puppets.
Can
Yeah.
you guys bring up the
Oh
puppets?
man,
Whoa,
Episode
yeah.
150, which was all puppets.
so good.
Here we go,
Oh,
here we
we've
go.
got the puppets.
Yes. Thank you.
I don't know why the puppets don't have their own show, because they were absolutely amazing. They're
Maybe we could get a whole
these were made with love and a
a
lot
whole
of
kids
dedication.
audience with these puppets.
This is incredible. Did you make these puppets?
No,
Who made the puppets?
Rebecca and Damien from Identity Productions
Yeah.
made these puppets.
Check it
They're
out.
awesome.
I'm like that comedian Jeff Dunham. Hey, Ricky, what's up? Another mustache. Chum. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Love it like that.
I kill you.
I hate that comedian. So terrible.
All right.
I like his. I like my puppet's plaid shirt. I wish I had a shirt that was that nice. What? I don't know what you're.
So drunk right now.
How about make the Kevin and the Ricky kiss?
Whoa. Take a
Take it
few
easy.
more beers before that happens.
All
Take
right.
it easy.
As a legitimate art form, what have been some of your favorite covers? Even if you're able to save some, all of your favorite covers set up on the wall behind you for this session would be interesting.
Well, here they are.
Yeah.
Man, favorite cover.
Favorite covers? Recently, I can think of the two that Jock did.
that Joker one, the
Joker
Batman one?
and then the one he did for Grayson.
Yeah,
those
that
were
was
awesome
good.
covers. Anything by Francesco Francavilla is amazing.
Take it
Obviously.
easy. Francesco Francavilla.
Does anybody at the audience have like a cover that they really like? That's amazing from the past little while.
I
Shout
like
it
the
out.
cover of Transformers G.I. Joe
the,
#1. Amazing.
one.
Transformers G.I. Joe.
the
That's
new
awesome.
Milo Manera Spider-Woman cover.
Ooh, Ricky, dangerous ground you're treading there, my friend.
That's a pretty crappy cover. I don't know. It's so like weird.
Someone who drew that. Who drew that? Was it
Milo Manera.
He's never
Yeah.
seen a naked woman before. I mean that he hasn't
He's-
paid.
You know what?
To,
At the end of the
see her
day,
naked.
it's that's what he does,
Yeah.
and the fault lies with Marvel for hiring him to do the said work. Like
But
he's just doing what he does.
That's true.
He drew her like she was naked, but she's wearing a suit.
Yeah,
I
she
think that's
basically looks
the-
like you know when you go to Fan Expo or any comic convention, you see somebody who has like the body paint costume.
That's basically it. Yeah,
That's what it was.
I mean, maybe that is her costume now.
It's freeing.
Yeah.
Range
Yeah.
of movement.
I mean,
100%.
I feel free when I don't have any clothes on.
There you go. See?
I feel like I could be a Spider-Man.
Spider-Woman.
Yeah, Spider-Woman. Let's move on to the next question. Been wondering this for a long time since you opened the Sidekick store, so about a year, I guess. Been
Okay.
wondering. Would you ever consider expanding your current SW store, given the opportunity? What is the SW?
Shoppers World.
Shoppers World, right. I love your store, but at times, as a suffering claustrophobe, it seems way too small
It's
for
tiny.
the greatness.
Yeah, it's small.
It is actually the greatness it is, and actually could be more if expanded.
It looks a lot bigger on the
Yeah.
video, right?
And I think the thing about the Shoppers World store is we're lucky enough that they allow us to spill out into like everything else. So when we want to be great, we can expand.
What do you mean when we want to be great?
Well, you know, when
Great
you
every
have a
day,
fence.
Ricky.
Right, but when you like flex that muscles. And
Yeah, I mean, here's obviously, you know, Rob and I would like to have more space for our store in Shoppers World if we could, but the problem is that mall rents are very expensive.
Yeah.
Like the you know the rent per square foot is like way above what you would find in a strip plaza or if you would you know had a building independent of a mall. So that being said, what we pay for our little 550 square foot space in Shoppers World Mall is what some people pay for a 2,000 square foot store in a strip plaza or in an industrial area.
Time
Yeah.
to move. man.
So I want to stay in the mall because they let us
good foot traffic as well. in
good
the
foot
mall.
traffic, and they let us do a lot of cool things,
Yeah. And-
like Ricky said, spill out into the mall for stuff like Free Comic Book Day.
Let's be serious though. Cinnabon isn't going anywhere, so there's no way you could just take,
Yeah, that's true.
you know. And
But-
that strange electronics store right beside,
Right beside us, yeah. Who I don't know how they've lasted so
Who
long.
even goes to that store?
They unlock phones
I
and
think
stuff.
well,
man.
Kevin buys like tapes for the
I
camera.
buy- yeah,
there,
I buy
so
tapes
He's
there.
purposely keeping them.
But since
open.
we switched to your camera for most episodes, he's been hurting. He's
Yeah,
been hurting
it's
I
true.
haven't
He's
bought-
close to closing.
But yeah, so the problem is that it's just really expensive to expand in the mall.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'd like to do it, and if the opportunity presents itself and the price is right, we'll do it. But we'll have to see.
Take over the nutrition center.
Nutrition House.
Yeah. Here's our last viewer question. Unless anyone is tweeting at us right now, tweets.
No,
Emails.
there's no. We can't see any of that.
Nothing, Sean.
Anyone called the
There's
phone?
no phone.
No phone.
There's no phone.
Hasn't rang.
Okay.
There's
well,
no phone for this.
You guys are
episode.
missing out. I thought this was going to be live.
No, but after this, Alan's gonna do some Huey Lewis, so it's all good.
Huey Lewis. He was showing us some Huey Lewis on his iPhone, man. He just got some remastered videos
Yeah.
on the iTunes store. Things are looking good.
Alan.
I
Maybe
think
some
this-
Journey. Some
Yeah.
Journey, Alan. No. Don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoying
Don't stop believing.
Steve Perry journey, though.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
Come
obviously. Yeah. Last question is from Jordan. What is the crown jewel of your personal comic collection? Most rare, most valuable, or most cherished? Also, what
man.
is the most valuable comic currently at the shop?
Oh, at the shop? I don't know. There's that Walking Dead like issue
We sold
6.
that.
Issue 6. You sold the Death of Shane.
Oh no, that's still there.
Yeah,
That's
Shane
still there.
dies?
I'd say that's the most expensive. But then
I
there's a
gotta
Stan
catch
Lee
up. I
signed
gotta
issue
catch up.
666.
That's priceless.
Yeah.
That's my answer for what's the crown
Yeah.
jewel of my collection. Is it wouldn't mean much to many other people,
But the Stadium Comics Spider-Man.
The Stadium Comics Amazing Spider-Man 666 has a very special place in my heart because it's a Spider-Man comic with our logo, the logo that you designed on
Yeah.
it,
Whoa, sweet.
signed by Stan Lee, and I don't think it gets much better than that. So
Yeah.
that's my prized possession.
Yeah, sweet. Mine's probably
Black Hole Hunters Club.
No, not Black Hole. It's
Deep Sea?
Omega Man. I think issue 3.
Omega Man issue 3.
The first appearance of Lobo. I have that.
Okay.
I got it for Christmas, and it's the best. I'm so happy about it. Even though it's probably worth like nothing, but it's pretty awesome.
The most expensive comic we've ever had in the store would probably be we had that Walking Dead one in 200 black and white sketch cover, or it was a one in 100, and it was graded at a 9.9. I think that was
Yeah.
worth about $600.
Yeah.
Someone buy that?
Somebody, but we sold it on eBay, I think.
Nice.
But
Nice. Someone's
Yeah.
got a lot of money out there.
we don't like have like our store is different from a lot of other comic shops. There's different types of comic shops. Some comic shops are focused on Silver Age and Golden Age stuff and have a lot of high value items.
Yeah.
Whereas we focus mostly on the new releases and that kind of stuff. So
You've got
that being the case, we get a lot of that kind of stuff.
You
So.
do, but outside of comics, you do have some pretty interesting collectibles in the store, like statuettes.
We have the signed picture of the Iron Sheik.
There you go. That's pretty valuable.
Sweet.
You
have
also
a-
have some rare out-of-print T-shirts from this band, the Cybertronics Free.
Cybertronics Free, yes.
That
Yes.
they're actually completely out of print, and those are the only two of those sizes left, like in the world. That haven't been
At
sold.
home, I have a pretty extensive collection, and you'll see some of it at the Sidekick store of Mondo screen printed art.
Yes.
So those are
But
some
none of
my
that
cool
is for
things.
sale. Like that's
None of that's for
part
sale.
of the
That's
decor.
all mine.
Yeah. The bonus question: if I were to get a Stadium Comics tattoo, could I get a lifetime discount?
Yes, 10%.
10%?
But wait, that's what we give our subscribers. 10%.
That's what he gets.
man.
That's what he gets. Is he a subscriber?
I think he should get 11% maybe if he's
Oh.
Yeah.
Or 20%.
Permanently
Give him
altered-
20%.
20%.
I'll say it depends
Whoa.
where the tattoo is. I mean, if
That's
it's
true.
if it's somewhere no one's ever going to see it,
If
like,
it's on his face, that's got to be worth half price, right?
Yeah,
he basically
if it's on your face, 50% discount.
he basically gets books for
And then-
below cost.
Yeah,
at
and then
that
as you
point.
move down the body,
Yeah.
the discount.
And then,
is-
like, the butt is probably
Yeah.
like 20%.
No, the butt you owe Stadium money every time you.
Okay, yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah, because isn't it disrespectful for us
Yeah,
to
it
be on the
is.
butt?
It is.
I'd rather be on a butt.
You'd
Pretty cool.
Duly noted, Ricky.
Yeah.
Duly noted.
Butts are nice.
So that is it for the viewer questions for this special episode. Now, going forward for Unboxing Wednesdays, for previews, reviews, just for the future of the Stadium Comics channel on YouTube, what
Yeah.
do you see you guys getting
Okay.
into next?
I want to be more entertaining. There's a dude out there who doesn't think we're entertaining.
Yeah.
So we're going to be more entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What-
You
So
guys-
we've had some people in the Greater Toronto area comics community comment on what we do is a waste of time and how we're not entertaining.
What's up with that?
Wow.
And,
Well, I
yeah.
guess some people in the GTA community can be dicks, I guess.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, I guess it's the comic community in general.
Yeah.
But, people seem to like what we do, so we've I would have quit this after 10 episodes if nobody liked it. So,
Right.
True.
So the awesome attitude of people who watch our show keeps us going each and every week, and hopefully we
pretty
can do 200 more episodes.
Yeah, more
So-
live events maybe. We could do some stuff at a Comic Con.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
A
Yeah.
live stream, which was really pretty cool. So I'd
The
like to
live
do
stream
that
was
again.
crazy. We had like people phoning into
Yeah.
the store and stuff.
It
but
like ruined Kevin for like a week. He like just couldn't
It's
focus.
just like, oh man, there's so many things we could have done better.
Yeah.
But then we have a really crappy internet connection at the store, so it's hard to do those kind of events. So
Next time.
But lots more cool stuff for the future.
Now, when you had the 100th episode, that was before you opened the Sidekick location. Now you've got the Sidekick store. How have you found the challenge of having 2 stores now, and how has that changed your day-to-day operation?
It's difficult because it does spread us a little thin, but we've also found that you know, our whole purpose for opening the Sidekick store wasn't necessarily to have a second store. We needed warehouse space, and we needed a space to be able to do work and to unpack our shipments before we could send it to the store. And, you know, rather than on a Tuesday having like 40 boxes being opened in the store and having stuff everywhere where you couldn't shop. So we needed a space to do all that, and the fact that we had a storefront at the front of the space that we rented was just bonus. So we're not so much focused on making that like a 7-day-a-week store. In fact, we have it now open just once a month. It's more or less warehouse space for us, a place to store stuff and a place to do work out of. And if we can sell some stuff out of there too every once in a while, that's all bonus.
Yeah.
So it's not really a second store in the technical sense of the word.
Right. But it is also a nice space that you can have events. You've had some signings there.
Sure.
You've had like a little comic/art
Yeah,
convention.
we're going to have another one of those coming up soon, I think, too, Ricky.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've talked about that, but
Yes.
no date yet, but that's coming soon. Another comic jam coming up with a bunch of talented creators.
And, you know, a lot of community stuff, like we had board game nights and stuff, so stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's hard. There's a lot of stuff on our plate. It's hard. It's hard to do it all with the small crew that we have, and we are very much a small business, and we try to do as much as we can with the manpower and the time that we all have. But you know, if we had all the time in the world, there'd be tons of stuff that we would do. And hopefully we can get to it all at some point.
And with everything that's going on every day with Stadium, with just keeping Ricky in check, with the YouTube show, your growing popularity each time you have a new episode, are you getting a lot of resumes, folks wanting to come and work with you and do stuff with you?
Yeah, we get resumes like every day, but it's mostly from people that know nothing about comics or nothing about our store.
Oh, they're just like...
Just because we're in a mall.
Yeah.
T can attest to this. Yeah, people are just handing in resumes all the time.
Yeah.
We get at least 1 or 2 a day. Just usually students who are just hitting up every store in the mall.
Yeah.
And yeah, for me, if somebody was going to hand in a resume, it like would, you know, instead of being just a general resume, it would say like, I want to work in a comic store. I love comics. These are the reasons why I'd be good for you. Blah blah blah.
Is that why I got the job?
You got a job because we had no other option at the time.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Nice.
Is Ricky even an employee though? Technically.
Technically, I am. But
I mean, he
I work,
receives some compensation
I work
monetarily, but
2 hours a day, pretty much. So.
And
in the eyes of the law, he is technically an employee.
And lastly, what is with Ricky giving his comics preferential treatment behind the register there? You go in when Ricky's working.
Well,
and
they're not there anymore. They're not there anymore, but they will be.
That was a big controversy for a long time. Every time Ricky was working, he would put up all of his Black Hole Hunters Club comics right behind him. The prime real estate of the store.
They were there the whole time.
Yeah.
And people bought them like crazy.
Yeah.
Because it was the best comic in the store.
He'd basically guilt people into buying it. No lie.
Basically.
But in all seriousness, Black Hole Hunters Club is awesome.
It is a good
Ricky
comic.
does a good job with it.
Thanks, guys.
Shane does an even better job.
Yeah, definitely.
With it,
I mean,
honestly.
if it wasn't for Shane being on that comic,
Yeah, no, that's the way I rate. I rate for the art. So.
I wanna give some more stuff away.
Okay.
So let's wrap up the Q&A.
Let's wrap it up. It's done.
Thank you everybody for watching the Q&A.
Yep.
I really appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Thanks everybody for watching on YouTube. I just want to. Oh, okay. I just want to say to everybody who asked a question on YouTube, you will all be getting a prize.
What?
Each one of you will be getting a digital code from a recent Marvel comic book, and I'll be in touch with each one of you individually to find out which one you would like to have. So thank you for sending in your questions. It will not go unrewarded. Craig, if you have a question, come on up, grab the mic. There's another. Come on up, man. There's a microphone right here.
Murder F kill. MODOK, Dr. Doom, and Mojo.
Ricky.
And why?
Like who would win in a fight?
No,
No.
murder. Dude.
This is why I ask him and I just...
Marry,
Oh.
have relations with, or kill.
All right. Okay. I'm a fuck MODOK. I'm a marry Mojo because Mojo's got entertainment with his show. And then who's the other guy?
Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom. I'm gonna kill him.
You're gonna kill Dr. Doom?
Dude.
He's an evil guy. He's an
You
evil
can't
guy.
do that.
Okay. I'm gonna fuck Mojo. Kill MODOK. Marry Dr. Doom because Dr. Doom's rich. So.
How can you kill a machine only designed for killing?
Because I kill him with a bullet. That's how I kill him.
All right.
What would you
I don't
kill?
work for you guys, so I'm not answering this question.
What'd you kill?
Terrible question. I can understand why it's been bugging you, because you're a disturbed individual, and it would bug you as well.
I would do all of those things. I would marry, I would have relations with, and I would kill Dr. Doom.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, so wait. You
In
would-
succession.
So you'd marry him,
Yeah.
make love to him,
Yes.
and then kill him at the
Yes.
same
Yes, because I want to rule Latveria
All right. You right.
and the world.
Okay.
But I'll start with Latveria.
Mojo's got more cushion for the pushing. So.
The man has a point. The man has a point.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
How do you go against that?
I think you win this round.
I think people out there should draw that.
All right, thank you everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with us. We're gonna do some cake. We're gonna do some cake right now.
Hey.
Yeah.
Some 200th episode cake. Also, make sure you guys drink a lot. But if you do drink a lot, make sure that you have safe transport home.
Yes.
And sorry. 1 beer per hour. Well, you can have more than 1 beer per hour, but just make sure that you have a safe way to get home.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Shaun.
Thank you, Shaun. Yes.
Where do I get a Shaun puppet like this?
We were just saying earlier that every stadium employee should have a puppet.
Every stadium employee plus Shaun.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna.
you can come and work for us if
Yeah.
you'd like.
I'll work for you guys for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want
Done.
Ricky shifts?
Sure.
All right. Awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna move around here, guys. Hi, Ricky. How you doing, buddy?
Ready?
Yeah, let's get this.
Okay.
I don't know.
I believe in you guys. You're beautiful.
Yes, you are. You are so beautiful right now.
3, 2, 1. Make a wish.
Yeah!